Think the 1960s were all wholesome, innocent TV. Think again. Some sitcoms from that seemingly quaint decade were secretly shattering norms and tackling taboo topics. Get ready to discover the groundbreaking shows that defied expectations and paved the way for modern television. Number 1. The Dick Van Dyke Show, 1961 to 1966. The Dick Van Dyke Show redefined the sitcom by portraying marriage and workplace life with balance and sophistication. Rob and Laura Petrie shared humor, problem-solving, and mutual respect, contrasting sharply with typical 1960s portrayals of wives as purely homemakers. Mary Tyler Moore's Laura brought wit and independence to the series, influencing future female characters. Creator Carl Reiner drew from real-life TV experiences, giving the show authenticity and relatable storytelling. Episodes explored creative pressures, domestic challenges, and professional dynamics in a comedy writer's office, blending personal and professional life seamlessly. Its ensemble cast, clever writing, and dual-setting structure elevated sitcom storytelling. Without aiming for overt revolution, the series modernized the family sitcom format, showing that intelligent, character-driven comedy could resonate widely while remaining entertaining, humorous, and heartfelt. Number 2. The Beverly Hillbillies, 1962 to 1971. The Beverly Hillbillies became a cultural phenomenon by blending broad comedy with subtle observations on class differences. The show followed the Clampetts, a rural family who strike it rich and move to Beverly Hills, clashing humorously with city sophistication. Creator Paul Henning portrayed them as warm, honest, and surprisingly intelligent, subverting stereotypes of rural Americans. Comedy arose from cultural contrasts, misunderstandings, and exaggerated social situations. While not overtly political, the series highlighted assumptions about wealth, class, and modernity in a gentle, accessible way. Its massive popularity demonstrated that audiences were ready for settings beyond suburban households. The show's warmth, humor, and character-driven storylines influenced future sitcoms exploring diverse lifestyles and social contrasts, proving that lighthearted comedy could carry cultural insight without losing entertainment value. Number 3. Bewitched, 1964 to 1972. Bewitched mixed domestic comedy with whimsical fantasy. Following Samantha, a witch who marries a mortal man and suppresses her magical abilities to fit suburban norms. Elizabeth Montgomery's performance made Samantha relatable, balancing charm and wit. The series subtly explored themes of individuality, compromise, and societal expectations, reflecting cultural conversations of the 1960s about conformity and personal freedom. Technical innovations such as practical special effects and creative editing brought magic to life and influenced future fantasy television. Recurring appearances of magical relatives added humor and tension, while everyday domestic plots grounded the stories. Bewitched showed that sitcoms could incorporate imaginative concepts without sacrificing relatability, creating a model for fantasy comedies, and proving that inventive storytelling could resonate with broad audiences while remaining family-friendly. Number 4. The Andy Griffith Show, 1960 to 1968. The Andy Griffith Show presented a gentle, character-driven look at small-town life. Sheriff Andy Taylor, a widowed father, balanced parenting with community duties, using patience and thoughtfulness rather than strict authority. His interactions with Deputy Barney Fife, played by Don Knotts, combined comedy with emotional depth, creating memorable and enduring character dynamics. The show explored moral lessons, community responsibility, and friendship, often resolving conflicts through understanding rather than confrontation. By presenting alternative family structures and emphasizing values like empathy and cooperation, the series expanded the types of narratives available in sitcoms. Its warm tone, ensemble cast, and focus on relationships over spectacle made it a model for character-driven comedy. The Andy Griffith Show continues to influence ensemble storytelling, demonstrating that kindness, humor, and relatable dilemmas can create enduring television. Number 5. Hogan's Heroes, 1965 to 1971. Hogan's Heroes took the unconventional approach of setting a sitcom in a World War II prisoner of war camp. The series followed Allied prisoners who executed clever schemes against their captors, blending situational comedy with wartime context. Werner Klemperer and John Banner, Jewish actors who had fled Nazi persecution, agreed to participate only if German officers were depicted as incompetent, ensuring humor never glorified the regime. Bob Crane's Hogan and the ensemble cast delivered fast-paced performances that combined wit, strategy, and comedic timing. Episodes relied on inventive plans and recurring gags, offering lighthearted escapism without trivializing history. Hogan's Heroes demonstrated that sitcoms could succeed in unconventional settings when paired with strong writing and sensitivity, leaving a lasting mark on television history as both unique and entertaining. Number 6. The Addams Family, 1964 to 1966. The Addams Family offered audiences a humorous, unconventional vision of family life. Based on Charles Addams's cartoons, it portrayed a spooky yet loving household whose members embraced eccentricity. Gomez and Morticia Addams represented an affectionate, passionate marriage, contrasting with the restrained couples of other sitcoms. Each family member contributed unique traits and humor, creating memorable interactions. The series challenged norms by suggesting that functional families can exist outside mainstream conventions, celebrating individuality with heart and wit. Creative set design, distinctive props, and a visually rich environment added to the show's charm. While short-lived, it inspired future comedies featuring eccentric characters and remains a touchstone for celebrating difference in television, demonstrating that humor and warmth can coexist with the unusual and unexpected. Number 7. Gilligan's Island, 1964 to 1967. Gilligan's Island became a classic for its high concept, character-driven comedy set on a deserted island. 7 castaways, each embodying a recognizable archetype, navigated survival and constant rescue attempts, generating humor from personality clashes and exaggerated situations. Physical comedy and creative scenarios allowed writers to explore plots outside traditional domestic sitcom settings. Gilligan's blunders and group dynamics highlighted teamwork, cooperation, and social interaction, while episodes often included clever inventions or visiting outsiders to inject variety. Though lighthearted, the show demonstrated the potential of ensemble sitcoms with imaginative premises, influencing future series with similar high-concept storytelling. Its playful tone and enduring syndication success cemented its place in television history. Number 8. Get Smart, 1965 to 1970. Get Smart parodied the spy genre with a mix of slapstick, witty dialogue, and absurd gadgets. Don Addams starred as Maxwell Smart, a well-meaning but clumsy agent whose mistakes created comedic chaos. Barbara Feldon's Agent 99 served as his capable, intelligent counterpart, challenging traditional gender roles by showing professionalism and authority in a male-dominated field. The show combined exaggerated villains, improbable missions, and clever gadgets with recurring catchphrases and visual gags, appealing to both adults and younger audiences. By blending parody, action, and character-driven humor, Get Smart demonstrated that sitcoms could creatively lampoon contemporary culture while remaining entertaining. Its inventive style, memorable characters, and unique comedic approach have made it one of the 1960s most enduring and influential comedies. Number 9. Julia, 1968 to 1971. Julia was groundbreaking, featuring one of the first African-American women in a leading, non-stereotypical role. Diane Carroll portrayed Julia Baker, a widowed nurse balancing career and motherhood, presenting African-American life with professionalism, dignity, and relatability. The series focused on everyday experiences, parenting, work, and social interactions without relying on caricature or exaggerated dialects. By normalizing African-American representation in middle-class roles, Julia helped pave the way for more inclusive programming. While it did not overtly confront racial issues, Its portrayal of independence and competence contributed significantly to cultural representation, influencing later television and expanding opportunities for diverse stories. Number 10. The Monkees. 1966 to 1968. The Monkees revolutionized sitcoms by combining scripted comedy with original music, improvisation, and innovative editing. Following a fictional rock band, the series included fast-paced gags, surreal sequences, and musical performances that reflected contemporary youth culture. The show's creativity extended to fourth wall breaks, visual humor, and experimental storytelling, distinguishing it from traditional sitcoms. The band's real-life chart success highlighted television's influence on popular music. While the series' playful tone and energetic style resonated with younger audiences, by blending comedy, music, and visual experimentation, the Monkees paved the way for future multimedia and youth-oriented programming, leaving a lasting cultural and creative legacy in television history. These 10 1960s sitcoms reveal how television evolved quietly but meaningfully. By experimenting with character, story, and creativity, they expanded the possibilities of comedy and laid the foundation for decades of innovative television. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching.